Welcome back. Well, if you're looking for a modular power solution out in the field or anywhere in the world, look no further than Global Wind. And I'm here with Alex. Alex, tell us a little bit about your products.
Great, thanks. Yeah, we're launching the ZuS Modular Power System, which is a 1 kilowatt turbine that we've designed especially for easy deployment, very easy to install, very low cost. The whole unit's been built out of steel to keep the costs down. It can be installed with 3 guys in 2 hours. Very, very quick, very, very easy. We sell a turnkey product. You don't have to do any of the work. We can launch it with a turbine, the pole, and the batteries all in one. So you don't have to go out and find anything on your own. We'll handle all of that for you.
Well, I can see many applications out there. I mean, emergency applications, where there's natural disasters, power's hard to get. The ideas are endless.
Absolutely. Anywhere you've got wind, you can get your power. Really, what we're doing is competing with the grid. For the longest time, you can get real power really, really cheap out of the grid. The biggest problem has been actually connecting to that grid. That's going to cost you a lot of money, about $10,000 for a quarter mile. So as soon as you start to get further and further away from the grid, the costs go up. So, you know, when you're talking applications, absolutely, the telecommunications sector is a perfect one. Residential homes in rural areas is another one. We're seeing this for lighting applications, for people in their parking lots, being able to use them there. So people are jumping on board this really, really quickly, especially since the price is starting to come down. We finally hit that break point.
And looking at this thing, it's a really sophisticated design, yet simple in technology.
Absolutely. The design is over 100 years old. So it's been around for a really long time. What's finally happened is that the manufacturing's come along. We've got the bearings designed now to the point where they're going to last for a long, long time. So there's only one moving part. So you're right, it is very, very simple, but it's very, very elegant. It makes very, very little noise because it's not cutting the wind like a propeller's. You're going to hear that whoosh and that whir. There's almost no maintenance. Because there's only the one moving part, and the bearings are sealed, there's no grease inside for you to worry about. There's none of that stuff. It's very, very clean.
And like you said, this comes as a turnkey operation. You guys can set this up in a matter of hours and get on the go with some power.
Absolutely. Like I said, 3 guys and a truck can tilt this thing right up. It's going to go into a small concrete pole, a concrete foundation, and then from there you're going to tilt up the pole using a truck and a couple of guys. So it's designed to be very, very quick. Because a lot of the times what people mistake is that they think they need to go bigger and bigger and bigger. The problem is that increases your costs. If you put up a big 5 or 10 kilowatt turbine, your pole has to be very big. How deep it goes has to be very, very deep. What we've said is, no. If you need 5 kilowatts, install 5 1 kilowatt turbines. And that's the big difference here, and that's what people are starting to realize and really catch on to.
So you can basically set any number of these in series and increase your power.
You got it. It's scalable. And that's what's really, really attractive, is that scalability, that ability to increase. As your needs increase, you continue to increase. A lot of times what people are doing is that they're building their renewable energy system for 20 years out into the future. They're thinking, okay, in 20 years from now, I'm going to need this much power. So they're guessing, and they're investing money in today's dollars for that downstream cost. What we can do is, today, you need power, we'll give you exactly what you need now, and if you need a little bit more tomorrow, we can come back and put another one in. It's just that simple.
Fantastic. Now, you're telling, basically this is 1,000 watts. They start out at 12 volts, but you say that there's expandability in that also.
Absolutely. And that's, again, we'll handle all of that. You let us know what your needs are, and we can customize that system for you. Everything below the turbine is all off the shelf. We're going to go out and we're going to buy the poles from somebody else, and we're going to buy the electronics from somebody else just to make it easy on you. We don't make our money there. We're just going to pass that along to you. So if you're using a wooden pole, if you're using a composite pole, whatever it is you happen to be using, and same thing with the electronics. If you need 24 volts to run a piece of farm equipment, we can do that as well, versus just our standard product. So we just offer a standard just to make it easy for people to start off with.
Alex, this is a hot topic, and I understand you're going to be addressing a group of people about wind energy tonight.
Absolutely. They've been very interested at this conference and everything that we've got here. So I'm going to be speaking on the alternative energy panel, and I'll be speaking about our wind energy products.
Well, we're looking forward to listening to that. Now, I understand you have engineers that will work with the customer and tell them what they need and find what they need.
Absolutely. Our engineering department is top-notch. Very, very easy to work with, and they'll understand your needs and work with you to customize a solution for you, and there's not going to be any additional costs to that. So that's a service we provide our customers.
Well, very good. Now, I know there's a lot of people out there that got some technical questions. Do you have an engineer that might be able to answer those?
Absolutely, yes. Absolutely. I would like to turn you on to our Director of Engineering, Mr. Samith San.
Joining us right now is Samith. Now, Samith, you've got a lot of technical answers to this. I've got a few questions. I mean, this starts out at 1,000 watts, 12 volts. Now, I imagine people are going to want more power. and a different type of voltage. Can you supply that also?
Absolutely. We can customize to any power source. What we're doing is we're taking the kinetic energy of the wind, and then we can transform it into electrical, and then from there we can make it into 240 volts, 400 volts, 120 volts, or we can keep it at 12 volts. But we can customize it to any power supply that we want to, or our customer wants to.
So basically the customer would come to you with their requirements, and you could set them up where to go, or just set them up with the product ready to go.
That's right. Yeah, they would obviously, any system that's out there, they would have their own power specifications and certain criteria that they have to meet, and we respect that, and we want to be very flexible in our system, because what we try to give is the most ease of install as possible to our customers, and once we get that information, we can just buy the proper module or design the proper module so that it will fit their application.
So this isn't only instant energy, it's basically, it could be emergency energy for, let's say, to supply a hospital with all the power they need when there's no power out there.
Yes, and the good thing about this is that the power comes from batteries, and just as Alex he put earlier yesterday in the interviews that he's had, it is a very fancy battery charger. So the power is coming from the batteries, and the characteristics of power coming from batteries is that it's very clean, it's very stable. So applications like hospitals, they could definitely benefit from this clean energy source.
Right, you're not going to have to worry about spikes, ruining equipment that are very sensitive to that.
That's right. Telecommunication circuits and stuff like that, they're very sensitive, and they're very high-performing microprocessors. And yeah, having spikes will not work and will not be very good for their application. So yeah, with the clean supply from batteries, it will definitely serve their purpose, and also with emergency as well.
Now, it's not a clean supply from batteries, but it's a green product also.
Yes, and it is taking the energy from something that's already there. We just have to tap into it and then take that and store it into those energy storage system, and from that we can supply to our customers' application.
Well, fantastic. I mean, you guys have taken an approach where you can supply anybody with any type of power they want anywhere in the world.
Anywhere in the world, and that's key, because there are developing nations where they're just coming to realize the need of energy and of power and electrical system, and for them to develop this very advanced grid that we have, it's very uneconomical, and perhaps it's unreachable. But for us, we just localize the power so that we eliminate the cost of all that infrastructure, and we bring the power to where it's needed most.
Oh, that's fantastic. Well, right now I know you've got the attention of all of our viewers out there, and I know they want to even grab more information than we gave them right here. How can they get a little more information?
Yeah, just visit our website, www.globalwindgroup.com.
Well, there you go. Hey, thank you very much for your time, and thanks for being on the show.
Thank you.